Yeah, so this is going to be our table read for the second episode of season 2, which is entitled Almost Doesn't Count, part 1. Right? Alright. Interior dance studio, evening, night. Corey enters the dance studio clutching the sacred box of pom-poms. Corey places the box down in the corner. Then she makes her way to the center of the room to start the warm-up routine. Connie pops in.
So you think this year will be better? I hope so. I mean, I certainly dealt with enough crap last year. That should be worth something. I guess. I mean, I don't know why you keep coming back. You know they're using you. I know. But I think...
Corey's conversation switches to voiceover.
Haley may finally realize I'm actually dedicated this year. I've been at all of our practices. I've carried the pom-pom box. I've taken marshmallows to the face. I sit by while they do their performances. I get their lattes.
As Corey rounds out stretching and her conversation with Connie, we track close on a pair of lips chewing pink bubblegum. From the lips we move to 2 hands. The hands pick up the purple and gold pom-poms from the pom-pom box. We follow the pom-poms as they cross to the middle of the room. Once they are square in front of the camera, we pan up to see a face we know well. It's Dance Posse Girl 2. Ashley, not Courtney. Sorry, the script says that.
Welcome back, Vagabond. I'm the new captain.
Off Corey's shocked and worried expression, we in cold open. Interior dance studio, same as before.
Glad to see you came back.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to Haley?
She decided to step down her senior year, so of course she put the next best person in charge. You may refer to me as Ashley now.
Ashley smiles.
Does this...
Who?
Ashley. Does this mean I'll move up from alternate to an official Dance Posse girl?
We have a new Dance Posse girl.
Who? No one else is even on the team. Everyone besides me quit last year.
Out of Corey's purview, Ben enters the studio.
I found this really great dancer on YouTube, and what are the chances he goes to school here? He's won awards, been featured on the Today Show, he did background dancing for Beyonce last summer.
Corey's really confused. Who's got those kind of credentials here? Ben reaches down and grabs the gold pom-poms.
I just can't believe I never knew him before. He's worked with Beyonce.
He who?
Just then, Ben steps beside Ashley.
Hey, Court.
Oh, wait, Ash. Hey, Ash.
Hey, Ash.
Hey, Ben.
Corey's in total shock. 2-shot on Ben and Ashley.
Hey.
Corey doesn't respond, but when she finally puts 2 and 2 together...
So he's the new Dance Posse girl?
Guy.
Yeah, do you have a problem with that?
On Corey's face, of course she has a problem with that.
No. No problem.
Good. Let's practice.
Ben and Ashley peel off and get information. Corey trails behind them. Exterior dance studio, warehouse, midday. A small group of dancers file out of the dance studio. We may or may not have, extras, so just so you know. Corey stands near the entrance holding a Starbucks coffee cup. She's still irritated thinking about the events that transpired a few nights ago. Once Ashley emerges from the group. Ashley.
Where's my coffee?
Right here.
Corey hands Ashley the coffee in her hand. They head off. A beat.
Hey, Ashley, I wanted to talk to you
About?
about the team.
What about it?
You know, the fact that I didn't get moved up to a Dance Posse girl, even though there's no one else on the team for the position.
A bit presumptuous, aren't we? Have you done anything to deserve to be moved up?
I've done everything you've asked. I did everything Haley asked. I did everything the other girl asked.
But can you dance?
Connie pops in momentarily next to Corey.
Can you dance?
Connie pops out.
If you want to be a Dance Posse girl, you have to prove it. We don't just let people waltz onto the team. Dance ball will been next week, then we'll see if you can be moved up to a Dance Posse girl.
Ashley takes a sip of her coffee and walks away. Corey and Connie are left alone. Corey's soaking in everything Ashley just said.
I can dance.
With that, Connie pops out and Corey speeds off. In Act 1. Act 2. Interior, exterior, various places, morning, night. This is going to be like a quick montage. So it'll be Corey in front of the bathroom mirror practicing dance moves, Corey in front of the dance studio mirror going over the moves, Corey in her sweet living room going over the moves, and your feet under a desk going over the moves, Corey in a hallway practicing moves. The montage of Corey practicing transitions into North Campus Starbucks / pod. Yeah, I changed that from the subway pod, just so we all know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then from afar, we see Corey making her way into the pod market. She's still got her headphones in, and she's still grooving. You guys like that word grooving? Because I'm trying to bring it back. Okay,
Grooving.
anyways. Grooving, yeah. Dylan is seated across the way from a few friends. A beat. Dylan looks up just as Corey passes by his table. She doesn't see him, so she continues on her way. Dylan tries to focus on his friend's conversation for a few beats, but finally...
Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be back in a sec.
His friends nod and continue their conversation. With that, Dylan heads inside. Oh, also, forgot to make a note about this, but because we may not have friends, you might just be by yourself, like, which is actually probably what's gonna happen, but... Or maybe you can be hanging out with Ben, whatever.
Hang out with Ben,
Yeah, I can be your friend.
Alright. So, pod subway. Oh, Corey's in the toiletry section looking at some hand soap. She's completely oblivious to anything going on around her. Dylan gathers himself and approaches.
Hey, Corey.
Corey's music is still blaring in her ears. Dylan steps more into her purview.
Hey, Corey.
Corey jumps back, noticing Dylan.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
A silent beat.
So, Friday.
Yes, Friday at Nick's.
I could come by and pick you up, if you want.
Oh no, that's fine. I can meet you there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll see you Friday then.
Yes.
Here thing. Right there. After you say Friday.
Friday then.
Yes.
Yes, see you Friday.
Okay, Friday.
Dylan steps away with a smile on his face as we end Act 2. Act 3 is the night of the big dance battle. Ben and Corey are both getting in a little last-minute warm-up before the battle is set to begin. Ashley sits behind a large fold-out table chewing gum per usual.
Start the music. Ben, you first.
Ben jumps to attention. He assumes the challenger position in front of the table. Corey rolls her eyes and watches from the side. The music starts slow. In typical Ben style, dramatically, Ben does his breathing technique and positive self-affirmations. The beat drops. Ben turns around and starts his routine full out. His arms are flailing, and in general, his body moves rather erratically. A few beats of the routine, then Ashley holds up a hand.
Enough. Corey, let's go.
With that, Ben steps aside, but not without rolling his eyes at Corey as she passes by.
Come on, we don't have a studio all night.
Wait, what was it? Corey starts her routine. It's actually pretty good, certainly better than Ben's. It's clear she has improved. A few beats. Ashley holds up her hand once more.
Stop.
Corey stops in her tracks.
You guys are going to battle each other, head to head.
Shocked expressions cross both Corey and Ben's face. They were prepared to dance battle, but not face to face.
Come on.
Ben scurries to the front of the table beside Corey. Ashley gives them a countdown aloud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feverishly, they both begin dance battling as we cut to interior Nick's restaurant, same time. Dylan enters the basement lounge area of Nick's, holding a CD. It's Brandy's 1998 Never Say Never album. He looks around the basement lounge for Corey. He breathes a sigh of relief. She's not there. He's got a few minutes to get his nerves together. Besides, he's super early anyways. He takes a seat at a booth and checks his watch. And we cut to dance studio. Corey and Ben are just getting the dance battle underway. Ben does some dance moves poorly. Then he stops for Corey's turn. Corey does some dance moves, challenging Ben. Cut to Nick's. Dylan's sitting at the booth. He can't help checking his watch. It's 6:55. His nerves start to get to him. He breathes, trying to relax himself. He checks his watch one last time before we cut to the dance studio. Ben and Corey are in the throes of this dance battle. On tight close-ups of each of their faces as the battle grows more and more intense. Ashley sits with a smile on her face, watching the pair battle so hard. As we move to Nick's. It's 7:15. Corey's late, but Dylan's still sitting where we left him. He's growing even more nervous now. Is she gonna come? The dance studio. Corey's totally engrossed in battle. At this moment, she's only concerned about one thing. Winning. Not Dylan. Nix. It's 7:30 now. Dylan's nerves have slipped into a growing feeling of dejection and confusion. He pulls out his phone and sends Corey a text. Hey Corey, are you on the way? As he puts his phone down, he turns towards the stairs. A woman's leg, this is going to be me. Someone who would be Corey, who could be Corey, starts down the stairs. Noticing the woman, Dylan is relieved. He gets excited. It's finally happening. The woman continues down the stairs until we can see her face. It's not Corey's. Dylan slumps back down into his seat. The dance studio. The music stops. Corey and Ben are so locked into battle, it takes them both a second to realize the music stopped. Ashley begins a slow clap. Yes. Corey and Ben finally stop dancing. They turn to Ashley.
Well done. It's going to be a tough decision to make.
Corey and Ben glance briefly at each other, then roll their eyes. Across the room, Corey's phone, unknown to her, is buzzing. It's several texts from Dylan. 2 to 3 texts appear on screen as unread. Nix. Dylan's just finished sending his last text to Corey. It's 8 p.m. now. A whole hour. He takes the CD he's brought for Corey and takes out the CD insert. He flips through the little booklet. After a beat, he checks his watch again. It's now 8:15. We're not showing times on the screen, just by the way. For reference, so we know she's late. She's still not there. Back at the table.
You both did good, and this isn't an easy call for me to make, but the team's going to stay the way it is right now. Ben, you're still dance Go number 1, and Corey, you're the alternate.
With that, Ashley shrugs and exits the studio.
Better luck next year.
Corey can't believe this. She busted her ass day and night, and she actually did a good job, only to have all of her efforts totally ignored. And for Ben, who, if he is any good, gave about the same performance she did, Corey could cry. She doesn't, though. She holds it together. Ashley drops her pom-poms in Corey's arms and walks away, calling back.
Practice next week, same time.
Ben follows suit and drops his pom-poms into Corey's arms before trailing out behind Ashley. Corey takes their crap, literally, and heads over to collect her things. As soon as she sees her phone, the time, she drops the pom-poms in her hand. Dylan's text from an hour ago began to pour in beside her head on screen. She scans the messages briefly. She fucked up. It's written all across her face. As quickly as possible, she grabs her things and rushes out the studio door as we cut to Nix. Dylan sits for a few more beats, hoping by some miracle Corey will walk through the door with some plausible excuse. He waits and waits and waits. Nothing. She's not coming. She stood him up. Oh, poor Dylan. Dylan lets out an audible exhale. He gets up from the booth. He grabs the CD and heads for the door. He makes his way up the stairs, out of the basement lounge area. He looks around. Corey's not up there either. Rather than sulk too long or wait any longer, Dylan pushes out the door. Just as he does, Corey enters through the other door. Distant. This is why I want you here to have the shot. Their figures pass each other and align briefly, but there's a long wall and large windows in between them. Neither of them, for different reasons, looks up. If they had, they wouldn't have continued on their separate paths. In her haste, Corey rushes down the stairs into the basement lounge area. Corey scopes the place out momentarily before she finds the booth Dylan must have been sitting in. She rushes over. Left open on the table, she finds a little CD booklet from before. She picks it up. It's turned to the song credit lyrics for Almost Doesn't Count. She scans it briefly as the actual song, Almost Doesn't Count, fades in. Close on Corey's face, clearly frustrated with herself. She takes the booklet in hand and exits as the song reads out clearer than ever. And Act 3, the end. I know. Wow. She fucked up.
That's,